everyone, my name is Wade Wolby. Welcome to a new type of topic, Hollywood versus reality. We're going to be talking about Total Recall from 1990s. If you don't know what that is, then I suggest you watch it. But I'm going to explain, because I know about space, we're going to deep inside the movie and see what we get there. All right, so due to quote-unquote copyright reasons, I'm going to keep the volume off. I have it boot up on Netflix. You can also watch it on Netflix, which it's right there. So we're going to go skip most of the parts in the movie where Schwarzenegger is on Mars. Now, in this scene here, when he's about to land, I don't know about this ship. Okay, so we have a magnificent, cool 90s type of spaceship. In the background, which there's Phobos probably Phobos. Yeah, Phobos, because Deimos is, okay. There's Phobos, which they got that right. I'm not sure about the ship because it's only a brief, but we'll keep going. So it's going to land on Mars. Let's see what Mars actually looks like on Total Recall. Okay, so we have here is the scene here. We have down there a continuous net. No, that's in the coal mine. We have some type of surface miner. This is a really cool display. I like how there's like pipes and it's really cool. Oh, Phobos and Deimos. Actually, Phobos and Deimos should not be that big. But hey, unless if there is a type of camera, but whatever. I like that. I like how it uses like those hover engines. That's pretty cool. There's a train down there.
For your safety and comfort, domes have been installed to protect you from the vacuum outside. Please do not touch.
So we're gonna skip a little bit where this is Hollywood. When the part, okay, so we have, okay, someone shot a hole in the.
Get ready for a surprise.
Now, okay, decompression. It happens pretty much if you have a quote unquote gun on an airplane or something to puncture the hull of something that's pressurized, you will not get sucked out. But because airplanes go 31,000 feet, it's not as a problem. On Mars, it's the opposite. Now, oxygen and carbon dioxide, as soon as you puncture a hole, it's going to suck. But it's not going to be as violent as you see here. Yeah, they did a good job on that. All right, so those people suffocated now, but they don't suffocate. Well, remember, okay, it's pretty cool. Never mind, I don't want to show that. That's why, because this is kind of, will probably get me destroyed on YouTube. Okay. Moving on. Where's that part? We're moving way far. Pretty much almost at the end. This is like the most Hollywood thing I ever seen. Okay. The part when the guy comes out and his eyes are popping out. Now, look. I know this is a movie and this was supposed to be, interesting, but we're going to deep this down. Your eyes don't bulge out of your sockets when you're in carbon dioxide environment. You don't like freaking, no, you just suffocate. You can't breathe. You'll just stop breathing. You can't breathe carbon dioxide. It's your own breath. As soon as that happens, you just suffocate. There's only a limit of time. They would have been dead because the brain will shut down. in about a few minutes. On here, well, I bet he'll be alive if, but still. Okay, so they come out and they just start, yeah. That's not what happens. You don't like freaking, no. It doesn't do that. And you don't shoo out like that. That's just, well, look, there is low gravity, but still. He activates the machine to make the oxygen, which this is actually my favorite part, to be honest with you. When, you don't. To be honest with you, they did a really cool job. I mean, it's really cool. I just love the animation of this. I like how they put detail like rust, because they're for like a million years. And be actually realistic that they would be rust, because radiation on Mars, it's rust. Because it's, well, never mind. Heating elements. There's no glacier under the, oh God. Yeah, that would not happen. So you fall out. Good Lord. Yeah. And by the way, eyes don't do that. They actually, I'm not a professional doctor, but I do know that eyes do not do that. But, this is Hollywood. So the ice or glacier melts. Now, the material that they demonstrated does not actually exist in my book. I looked up that material, and there is nothing in the periodic table of elements. Maybe there is, but maybe I got wrong. So the oxygen, or doesn't look like oxygen. Oxygen should, well, that might be steam. And yes, there will definitely be an earthquake if it's like in pressure, but seriously. But yeah, I mean, it's very small areas of, interesting stuff. Now, by the way, in the beginning of the movie, okay, let me just pause this. I don't like that area. In the beginning of the movie, it showed what is it called? He was dreaming. And okay, yeah. Nice spacesuits, by the way. They look like plastic, I should say. Okay, he falls, breaks his glass. You don't immediately do that. You just basically suffocate. You actually will not make any noise because, well, you actually do make sort of noise because, once carbon dioxide hits you, it's going to be like instant and you're just going to, pass out eventually. You don't like your eyes sockets just pop out. And it's just, whoever made this probably didn't understand about thinking that, especially there's like this one type of thing like, oh, if you go outside of space, your head or something is going to explode. No, even, modern people that know about space know that your body doesn't explode or something like that. And yes, on the ISS, there are sounds, but because the atmosphere is very thin, you may not be able to hear it. Unless if you have like a really, 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 really sensitive microphone. Now, actually, microphones on Mars can actually work. On the Providence rover, it's head there maybe on February or something. It's really close, so watch that. And by the way, if you actually hit your head like that, you probably have some damage. So, Total Recall, I would definitely, as I know about space, it's like, I remember when I watched this, I remember that end scene, and I didn't know what movie it was. Maybe because I was too young and they didn't want me to look at it but yeah, this scene right here is really cool. I bet that's like painting or something, because as soon as they stop, oh yeah, he was a hologram. You gotta watch it. It's interesting. But yeah, I tried watching the whole thing, but I just decided, well, I just want to look at the Mars. Yeah, that's really cool right there. Um, so good to know. So you don't have to worry about if you go to Mars and you accidentally depressurize yourself, you're not going to have your eyes bulge out. What will happen is you'll just suffocate, but you'll still be alive. And unless somebody comes over and actually pulls you to an airlock. If you played Take on Mars multiplayer or something like that, and I've done it before, dragging somebody's body into an airlock, that's pretty cool, demonstrating they suffocate and then you just pass out, and then they go to ragdoll, and then you can pick their, not corpse because they're not dead, you can pick up their body and you can move them around. You have to be careful because you might have some damage in their suit, but you can actually get them to your base and depressurize it, and then they'll be fine. They it's like if you were underwater. Actually, no. So that's good news. The ship that was there, I think it was interesting. It looked like it was using, the engines looked like they were using, what is it called? Not Scram. I forgot the name of the engine. Well, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I wanted to do a Hollywood versus reality because somebody else does it, such as that 747 pilot. So I decided, because I do know about space and stuff, and I just want to make sure people understand that. But let's try to replace people having their eyes bulge out and basically suffocate. You will not die on Mars. Well, if you do have a spacesuit, well, you probably get cold, depending on when your location is. The equator is about, I think, -4, mostly. The highest is, I think, 20 Fahrenheit. That's just the equator. Remember, Mars does have seasons. But here's the funny thing. When at the end, by the way, I should think this spoils, but at the end of the movie, you see them kissing and stuff. Well, you have a lot of oxygen, but if you have a colony, eventually the oxygen's going to disappear. A matter of fact, you don't have a magnetic field. You don't even have a thicker atmosphere. So eventually that oxygen's just going to disappear, and then everyone's going to die. Because all the windows just blasted out. Remember, you always have to plan the future, because all that stuff, oxygen, maybe that's why. Let's say this. The aliens probably didn't turn on because they knew that there was no atmosphere that was thick enough. How would they be too? I wouldn't even activate it until, it was like magnetic field. If you play Surviving Mars, you would understand that with the Terraform DLC, Green Planet, you understand it takes a long time to make oxygen. You have to have a magnetic field because magnetic field protects you from radiation. Earth has a magnetic field. It's generated by the Earth's core. Earth's core, then the outer core. If you watch the movie The Core, which I believe it's still on Netflix, I'm going to check it out just to make sure. Hold on. Be right there. I don't think it's on here anymore. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not on here anymore. They have all this stuff. But hey, go ahead, watch and launch in space. But airplanes gone also. So sad. That looks like Apollo astronauts. away. I believe that's Apollo 18. More like Apollo 20. Yeah, that doom sucked. Jupiter Ascending. People said that it was shit. Like, it was terrible. I thought it was pretty weird. Okay, first of all, I believe my mom was watching this movie. I think I've told you about that, or series or movie, and it said, "Oh, a previously undiscovered moon around Jupiter." What? Are you people Hollywood, come on! At least it has to be one that has to be realistic. What, am I gonna have to be on there? All right, let me just close on Netflix and switch on to gaming. So yeah, interesting for you guys. If you want me to actually do these type of things, especially like the Martian, or even hell, even like, you know, the ones that, you know, like anything that is like that, doesn't have to be space. Can be probably ships or anything like that, because, you know, mostly space, but I can do ships too. What? I thought, yeah, you know, boats, ships, not spaceships. But yeah, I can do those. Hey, he even can be cartoon. I don't know, but not anime, because I can't, you know. But yeah, realism. You always have to have realism. I'll fix the title up, as you can see there. I'll fix it once I have it, because my autism brain is just shit, and it just, you know, I try, as you can see, but I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to fix that right there. Total Recall. The funny part, my favorite part, well, the funny part was he was a hologram. You think it's the real Quaid? Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah. And I am hungry. Maybe I should do let's try what is it called? Sorry, this is just I'm thinking. Any suggestions if you want to see, like, but yeah, the most common thing that people think is people exploding into vacuum. Go try it yourself. You can't just you know, you just can't, it doesn't work. I mean, the only time you can actually explode, sort of, is if you go to a diving bell and open the hatch without depressurizing the right temperature. Your entire insides or something just implode. And it actually happened. They're like, you know, man, it was actually supposed to not actually happen. Everything was actually good, but they said their guts or something just exploded. I'm like, what? They like, I think what happened is they got sucked into the other door and they just crushed him like a bug, or I don't know. It's pretty dangerous. It's not like getting crushed by a piece of like stone or coal. Not Minecraft. Yeah, I remember one of those days. If you ask anything about like coal mining, then you ask my mom, because she had been through that. And people think I'm confused. What? Yeah. You always have to be proud of her. Yep. Oh yeah, it did snow. Yeah, it's so weird. And who think coal miners are not stupid, all right? They're actually not. My mom used to be a coal miner, and look at she now, except for rich. Yeah. You people just don't understand that. Well, not people. That old man. Switch them into, yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens when. But yeah, yeah, we've learned a lot. Oh man, I really want to do Hollywood versus reality. If I missed anything, then let me know in the comments or even right now if I missed anything, because I just it was kind of quick. I really want to extend this a little bit because let's do something. We already have. Yeah, let's do another. I'm lazy doing editing. I don't even edit at all. This should be the other. Oh, never mind. Okay, out of subject, but maybe I should talk about this. Yes, I have to. My mom was okay. My tooth, I have, is broken. It literally is just disintegrated, and we both were banned from the dentist's office because of cursing or swearing. Now here is the weird part. That bitch, that lady, she kept on, saying that we said things bad. She's psycho. My mom, I remember last time my mom called and she was like, "You're swearing." I'm like, she's like, "I'm not even doing anything. I'm literally talking calm to you." This lady's like a psycho, literally. And then my mom, she found evidence that it was flawed. Somebody flawed. So my mom's going to destroy that bitch. I think you have to hear it from my mom because she probably more explain it more detail. But sadly, she is extremely sick. She's been throwing up a lot. She said she ate something terrible. Not terrible, but she's ate chicken rice or something, and she's just start. I had to give her she started puking. I had to bring Nini over here just to assist me. I just don't like when that happens. Just all of a sudden these things. I'm sorry I had to stream late. Why do I always have to stream late? But yeah, that's why she hasn't been out and about, because she's been sick. Throwing up. But when you throw up, you actually feel better. Yeah. Whatever she ate must have upset her. Oh, God. At least I didn't say obviously, which I always seem to do when I do these. Guys, I'm actually kind of hungry. That sounded like anything to say. Is there a way to actually turn off your Wi-Fi? Because my dad used to do it because he's a dick. I remember he did it for my punishment. Why is my dad? He's so crazy. Oh, hey, there's the fan thing that I don't need it right now because it's cold out. As you can see, there's some snow out there. I'll turn the webcam. You probably can't see it but yeah, you see that white stuff? That's racist. Yeah. Ooh, camera's kind of a bit dirty. Yep, HD, 1080p. Yeah, it's awesome. I love this webcam, and a lot of people actually use it. It actually gets hot. Yeah, I bet it does because I believe this might be the microphone. Yeah, it's pretty cool. High definition. It looks really good on my big screen. Huh. Yeah. Auto, filtering. So yeah, Total Recall. Yeah. Definitely don't let your kids watch it. I'll give you that. I should have put this on 18, but I didn't have anything. Yeah, don't show boobies on there unless if it's educational, like doctor. That's what the Kimi guidelines say. You can do that if you're showing maybe breast cancer or something like that, demonstrating or something like that. Maybe if you have some cancer, you would need to do this sort of thing. But you can't be doing it for not doctor or anything medical. which, I'm like, since my mom is like 6, like for like this, she knows, I know so much, why is it blurry? This is my iPod. Don't even say it's a phone. You're probably going to say it because just to piss me off, but you know what? I can always mute you. But yes, it's an iPod. I can't believe it. I always said it. Sorry, I just, talked to myself. Well, that was a failure. Well, at least you guys are interested, because, I'm interesting. And you're a loser. No, I'm not. I'm a good boy. Okay, this is just getting just kind of boring. I know. Probably just, sitting down, just having like, is there something interesting? Yeah, I bet you're saying that. How it feels. I can't get the fireplace to work. I'm just talking to myself. That's just. Stop playing around. Oh, if you really want my information about, if you want to contact me on any other social media beside YouTube, you can always check me out on Twitter as Wade the Wallaby. You can also check me out on Steam, which is Skypix. You can also join the Steam group, The Wallaby Mob. You can always, let me think. I think that's it. Yeah, that's actually it. The rest of it is actually my personal thing, but it's actually not personal. It's just I get kind of bad comments and, embarrassed. You can always do that. I don't know. I don't want to be just a hidey hide. I want to be open. It's literally nothing. You cannot take me. You'll never take. What am I doing? You shall not pass. I can pass. No. You're dead. No, your mom's dead. Hey, that's me. Why are you blurry? Stop it. Just bad camera. I see like lines or something. That's because literally connected straight to the computer. Maybe it's just getting too hot. You know what's funny? Not funny. I always have like thinking, but are you really think I'm thinking? Oh yeah, I know how to fly an airplane. Sort of. I'm a bit rusty. Well, you gotta get used to it. Why would I get used to it? I literally don't have enough money to. Clearly, Flight Simulator X. I definitely don't want to run Flight Simulator 2020 because you know why? Because I use Windows 7, and you bet. And I really don't care. I'd rather have old style stuff. I'm like, But yeah, I mean, if you play Flight Simulator X, you probably don't embarrass yourself. Go ahead, watch. There's definitely a person on there that's actually a Sub 47 pilot, and he's interesting. Even my mom likes him. Not in a lovable way, but as an interesting way. And I've learned so much about pilots. Pilots don't seem to have houses. I always thought. What's sad about Sully? Because people always point the finger at him. Oh, you have alcohol. And it's like these lawyers or something like that, trying to. But literally, he saved the airplane. I mean, come on, guys. I don't care if he was drunk. He literally saved. Not only the airplane was fine. Seriously, these people just want probably money, but seriously, everyone survived in that cold environment. And even the people on the ferries, they were helping too. This was just human, helping, our instincts of helping others in the desperate need. It literally is just makes me actually sort of cry for some reason, but I'm actually sort of tearing up. I don't know. I don't know if it's sad, but it's incredible that people have feelings and they care about each other. It's a very good thing, But Sully. Yeah, go ahead and watch it. You'll learn a lot about because even pilots say it's actually interesting. It's very realistic. The sounds and everything. Whatever you do, don't go on a Lion airline because you're probably going to have a nosedive and be disintegrated. Yeah, Flight Simulator X, you have to at least learn. Definitely. I never actually train myself. I just actually fly. But I actually made the realism more realistic. Multiplayer. Yeah, it's really weird because especially when F-18's just like, I don't know. Especially when there's like a helicopter, or I should say, what is it called? It's that double rotor thing. I don't know what it was. I know it is, but I can't remember. Oh, I almost had it. No. I can't remember it. But yeah, it was Chinook, or I think it is Chinook, and it was just like going like faster than it's supposed to be. I think it was just supposed to be a jet plane or like a fighter, and it was just like going, and the propellers were off. I was like, I think I took screenshots of it. It was so stupid. It's hilarious. Then there was a C-17 was just, what was it like yeah. You've made a lot interesting. But sad thing, how can he get so much of those ATC people? And I don't. Oh, forget about it. I'm really good at landing one airplane. It's like a Cessna. And even people compliment of me landing because, I can really do landing really good. It was like really good. For some reason, I'm really good at it. Maybe I could be good at it in real life. I use joysticks. I use this awesome, because my other one, I don't know what happened to it, but this awesome, this actually glows. It literally lights up. And it's like a Pamela. This thing is awesome looking. I mean, seriously. It's more better than the one, but it's literally badass. I'll give you that. I use those joysticks. You're jealous, aren't you? Well, you learned a lot? Let me know if you learned a lot.